everybody, and welcome to another exciting adventure of Late for the Party on Anchor FM. I am your host, Melodious, aka Coverboy, aka Bald Bull. Oh man, we are going to get into a beautiful morning of the daily dose of In My Mind, which pretty much is mainly every day. I just thought about that because there's not a lot of word around the campfires because, I haven't really been dipping my hand into the rumor department as of late, but there is some word around the campfires that I didn't even know about, but, I want to get into more of my source material than I already have, so either way, but let's get down to brass tacks here so we can get in what we're going to do. So, oh man, it's so morning. I have to drink my coffee real quick. My brain is registering because yesterday I saw some things that I did not expect me to see this soon in the game. But yes, it is going to be, this is going to be in my mind about the trick of the Terminator, the trailers, Terminator Dark Fate, and the Star Trek Picard trailer. That is going to be a trip because, one, I saw the trailer for Star Trek Picard on Sir Patrick Stewart's Instagram, and it looks pretty interesting because, it looks like he's either quit or retired, and something big happened to where Captain Picard, which is now, you hear a woman's voice sitting there talking about the incidences, talking about, why'd you leave and everything else, and, it's basically saying, and then she didn't call him Captain, she called him Admiral. So that's a big twist, and you see him look like he has his own little vineyard, he has his own little wine, and you don't see him doing anything, but then when you see him up close, and then it just says Star Trek Picard. So that looks pretty interesting. So, my thing is, what's it gonna, who's producing it? Is it the same people that were doing, because we haven't seen a Star Trek Generation, we haven't seen a Star Trek one with Picard since, Nemesis? And, those were very successful, but I think the last time we seen any of those guys, it was definitely, it was a while. That was a while back. I want to say maybe early 2000s, if that. It was the last time I could remember seeing a Star Trek with Jean-Luc Picard, but especially a movie. But my thing is, if you're going to have everybody in it as well, you gotta, if we going back, if it's just saying straight up Star Trek Picard, you can't just, what happened to the rest of the crew? Are they there? Did they quit? Something happened. Nobody knows what happened. Did the whole crew get iced? The last thing, if nobody knows about this, that the last film that he was in with in Star Trek, if you want to go over and watch the movie yourselves, but I'll spoil it anyway, Data dies. Well, Data sacrifices himself to blow up the reactor and, save everybody else. But, we'll see what happens with that. Who else is gonna be, who else is in it? Did the whole crew get it? Did one person in particular get it? I mean, nobody really knows. So, either way, I'm looking forward to seeing when that shoe's gonna drop. So, yeah, boy, that is gonna be a trip. Another trip I saw yesterday on my way to work was the trailer for Terminator Dark Fate, which, honestly, James Cameron finally comes back to getting back into doing the franchise. Because, let's be real, since Terminator 2, they haven't been really that good. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Terminator 3 one was okay, but to the degree it wasn't. I mean, honestly, it wasn't even that the TX was bad. I mean, it's just like, damn, how much more are you gonna upgrade the villains, but you never upgrade the hero? But either way, Linda Hamilton's back. Saw the trailer. Linda Hamilton looks good for her age. You know, we haven't seen Linda Hamilton since Terminator 2. You know, she's supposed to have been dead. But since the whole timeline and everything else got altered, my thing is, so what's it gonna be? What's it gonna do for the situation? I mean, it looked like in the trailer, of course, the chase scene is happening. You see looks like the villain. You see a boy driving see a guy driving a truck. The girl and a little girl and another woman are in the back of the truck, or in the truck too. They're being chased down by a man who, the guy in the big ass truck is he was Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So finally seeing him in something else. But he's chasing them down. They throw something at him. The girl throws like a bar at him, like a steel beam at him. Goes through his chest. He nanos through the hole in the window with the bar. Throws it back. Throws it at the girl. The girl blocks it with her arms. And it looks like, from what the trailer entails it, that the humans are now starting to try to combine, like, make cyborgs now. So this is fate. I guess this is how it's gonna turn out. When you got the title Terminator Dark Fate, I mean, it doesn't really sound that good, you know what I'm saying? Dark Fate, I mean, hey, yeah, that could go either way. And then it's like, trailer ensues, you see Arnold, see old Arnold with the beard. Arnold looks good with the beard. Oh, and on a side note, what the fuck? Arnold Schwarzenegger gets drop kicked in the fucking back? What the fuck was that all about? And don't get me wrong, it was funny, kind of dangerous too. I mean, you know. Arnold Schwarzenegger getting drop kicked in the back. That was a trip. But back to what I was saying. So we're gonna see what happens with that film, because not only that, every villain Terminator, no Terminator is gonna be more scarier to me other than like Arnold from part 1 and T-1000 in Terminator 2. Those had like horror elements, you know. So, damn, man, my throat's getting all froggy and shit. Hold on. Give me a second. There we go. Nothing like a little morning coffee to soothe the throat. Either way. But it's good that James Cameron's finally getting back to fixing the problem. This is my thing about, like, movies and, like, Terminator and fucking Predator and Aliens. They need the people back on it that made the damn story good in the first place. Like, get the original cats who had the concept, had the idea of having these beloved characters. And keep in mind, ain't nothing really beloved about having a fucking alien, 2 aliens, and a fucking killer robot there ain't nothing loving about them, but the thing is that you have to have these guys and these characters, you know, they were good in their second movies and everything, so they have to be good. You know, Aliens and Predator and Terminator 1 their first 2 films always did better. Even though, don't get me wrong, Predator 2, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't what I was really expecting, because, like I said, they wanted Arnold to come back and do it, but they wanted him to be in the city, but he said he wanted to be in the jungle. So, you know, and for something like Predator, it makes sense to be that way. And I liked Predators with Adrian Brody because it was different, because not only that the Predators were like using like humans who were like specialized in weapons or army or were military or killers or anything like that. That made sense to me. Way more better sense than the last Predator film. God, that was horrible. But either way, that's the gist of that. There's gonna be more things that's probably coming up on the grid later on. I will let you guys know. Of course, you guys, this is the In My Mind segment. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and support the podcast. Either way, it's a lovely day. Damn, it got all gray all of a sudden too over here. But either way, you guys, I am your host, Melodious, aka Coverboy, aka Bald Bull. As always, and remember, it's okay to be late for the party, but never be late for the fun.